Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, hi, how are you? And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I said that totally wrong, but you know what I mean. Um, welcome to everyone. This is a bookish channel in case you just stumbled upon it. It's a channel where I talk about books, about what I'm reading, I give a little bit of book reviews, a little bit of vlogs, a little bit of everything to do with books. So stay tuned if that's what you're interested in, and if you enjoy this video, please give me a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, that's all done. So today I kind of have a video I've been wanting to do for quite a while. I did not have the right laptop to be able to do it properly. Now I do, so I'm going to do it. So this video is going to be showing you my HRCYED, or hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, spreadsheet and what I've been working on it. So I never did a video talking about HRCYED or letting people know that I was doing it. I have mentioned it in other videos, but I haven't done a proper video about it. So that's what this is. So grab a cup of coffee, cup of tea if you like. I have some mocha. I have instant coffee with, did I put instant coffee in here? I think I did. Yeah, instant coffee plus a specialty hot chocolate, which is caramel, salt caramel. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But at my grocery store, my local grocery store, they have jars of specialty hot chocolate right now, and I've been loving it. Not been great for my diabetes, not been great for my weight, but I'm enjoying it. So, cheers. I don't know why I said cheers. I never say that. Okay. The only problem with this big thing is you have to, like, bring it down to drink out of the straw, because I do drink hot liquid with a straw. I just enjoy it. It's easier for me. I tend to spill when I drink it without a straw. So, yeah, so be it. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Let's get started. So, first of all, the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do was created by Cordy, or Stephanie is her name, at her channel Cordy, and it will be linked below. Cordy is spelled with a Q, Qwordy, and she is on YouTube. I don't know what other platform she's on, but I only watch her on YouTube. She's wonderful. She is in a self-published author, and she does bookish videos. And she created this wonderful reading challenge called the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. The acronym is HRCYED, which is what I will be using to talk about it. So when I say HRCYED, I mean the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. So she created this. This is 2.0, so it's the second year we're doing it. Last year I started it, I never continued. But this year I'm determined to get a lot more of it done. The whole premise of this reading challenge was that she wanted to make it so that nobody can complete it in a year's time. And there were some people who made it, who completed it last year. So she thought, well, now I have to do another one and make it harder. So, yeah, so she did, and it's hard. So each prompt, you have to read multiple books for each prompt. So, on average, I read about 100 books a year, and that's throughout from January to December. Her readathon starts on July 7th, which is her birthday, I believe. I believe it's July 7th that starts, and then it goes to then it goes to July 6th of next year, something like that. It goes a full year, but it starts in July. You can start it whenever you want, but I actually started it on her birthday, so, which was very hard for me to do, because I know a lot of people start at the beginning of July just because it makes more sense to their brain, kind of thing. And I get that. I kind of wanted to do that, but at the same time, I felt like I couldn't. I was like, it's not starting yet. How can I start it early? It was honestly a very tough decision for me to make to start it. Little things like that bother me. Like, I'm a very much a rule follower, so when I have the choice of doing something that's not what you're supposed to do, it kind of makes me go crazy. But anyways, I ended up not counting the books I read before July 7th, so it works. So I'm going to take you to the spreadsheet. So as I said, my last computer, I wasn't able to go on Clipchamp and do screenshots. Not screenshots, what's it called? Screen sharing, whatever you call it. I'm not tech savvy, okay? I wasn't able to do that very well, and now I know I can with this computer. So we're gonna do that. We're good. So this video is this is a long intro. I'm so sorry. And what am I doing? Am I praying? I don't know. Okay, it's only 8 a.m. right now, and I'm dead tired. And I didn't sleep much last night. I only slept about 4 hours, I think, which is pretty good, but it's not the best. For me, 4 hours is pretty good. So, um, and also you won't hear Rosie because she's downstairs with her owner. I don't like saying owner. I try to say her human instead of her owner because it just makes more sense to me. Which, when I was younger, I used to think, why do people call their dog owners dog like they're humans? But now I get it. I don't know. I don't understand. Anyways, she's with him, so we won't have her barking randomly and me having to cut it out. So, okay, so I'm going to click to a few minutes from now, me, and show you what I'm dealing with. So this video is, oh, I know what I was going to say. This video is partly letting you know about HRCYED, and again, you can start it whenever you want as long as you do it for a full year. Um, so technically, you could start it like today kind of thing, whatever you want. Cordy's not, or Stephanie's not, a stiffler for rules. You don't have to do this at a certain time. So I'm going to go over the spreadsheet, and then I mean, you probably know about HRCYED. There's been so many videos, so many more people are taking part in it this year, and I'm so happy for Stephanie and having created this whole thing because there's so many videos of people doing the Hearts Reading Challenge, and I'm so excited for that. And I've watched so many of them. But I know mine is late. Um, but we're going to do it. And then we're also going to go over some of the things I have completed for HRCYED. It is September 19th as we record. So, as I record, when I say we, I mean me. Um, so, it's been like 2 months. So, 2.5 months. I can't math. It's too early in the morning to math. I mean, when really is a good time to math? That's the question. When is a good time to math? I always have my coffee up here, so I went to look for it and it's not there and I almost freaked out. No, it's over here now. So it's okay. We're all good. I've got my coffee and hot chocolate. Okay. Which also, I realize you can hear me swallow on this computer. I'm so sorry. Um, I don't know how to cut that out. Like I said, I'm not tech savvy. Okay, anyways, let's start. I've been rambling for 8 minutes. This is just ridiculous. Okay, let's go to the spreadsheet. Hi, so it's been like 15 minutes. Um, as I was talking about my new computer just now, about how great it is, I messed up in trying to figure this out. I think we figured it out. Anyways, I do have to say, I'm not sure how to get the little box of like me down in the corner. Right now, it's like in the middle of the screen. So I apologize if any of this, if for some reason you can't see things, because my little square is blocking it. I'm going to try and figure out how to do the layout after I record. But we're gonna work with it. So if you're watching this, I got it to work. Oh, so this is the HRCYED 2.0. Let's get started. So again, this is started by Stephanie at Cordy. I have to keep an eye on the time because this only records for 30 minutes at a time. And if you don't save it before then, it erases everything, which I've had so many problems with because I'm a blabber. I talk forever. Also, I apologize if I'm not looking at the camera. I'm literally looking at my screen. I'm looking at my laptop. Okay, HRCYED. Here we go. We have the introduction. And also I'll link Cordy's channel below. I don't know if I mentioned that. She does have a website as well that you can get all these templates and everything. They're all free. Not templates, spreadsheets. They did an amazing job on this. I believe her friend and her worked on this spreadsheet. It is amazing. So here's the introduction. Then we have the bingo board. So there are two ways you can do this reading challenge. I am actually doing both ways, but I'm not reporting back to Stephanie and letting her know to she does a video where she includes all the stats of everyone involved. I'm not doing that. It's just extra work for me. I'm just doing this for fun. So, but there are two ways to do this readathon. First, you could do it by the bingo board. And then the second way to do it is with points. I'm doing both of them because I'm extra. So we're going to do that. So first of all, here we have the bingo board. Let's see if we can put this into, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean. Full screen. How do we get it? Oh, here we go. No, we want it full screen. Hang on. No, that didn't work. Okay, well, I don't know how to get it to full screen. Okay, so we're just going to forget that. So if you click on the bingo square, it gives you the link to the prompts in that challenge, and then it's booked down below as well. So we've got the bingo board, and I know this is kind of confusing. I'm not very good at explaining things. If you don't know yet, I'm not very good at explaining things. But here's the bingo board. There are, I believe, 26 or something like that prompts. I have it on kind of a bigger font, so it kind of, I need to go over here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, there's 25 prompts. And like I said, each prompt has several books on it. So first we have the 24-hour readathon. So we're going to go to there. Oh, also, when you finish a box, it goes green. And I do have a green one. Woohoo! I watch so many videos of people doing HRCYED, and there's so many people who've gotten like 4 or 5 boxes done by now. I've gotten one done. But it's okay. It's fine. So I got the favorite HRCYED one prompt. One done. But we're going to go through all of them together. So first we have the 24-hour readathon. No, I think first we're going to look. Yeah, okay. I'm so confused. I'm not confused. I'm just very tired. We have the tracker, which is a spreadsheet. So, spoiler alert for what I've read. We got spreadsheet. We got the month read, the pages count, the audio hours, the prompts we read it for. These are the points that you can earn, and you can like get certain privileges from it. And I mean, one of them is rereads because you can't count rereads for HRCYED, but if you get a certain amount of points, you can do a reread. I think I've got 3 rereads that I can use. And then your rating, the genre, the status, whether it's new to you or reread, and then intended audience, format, means read, series title, series status, and this is the status of what you've read in the books series. I don't do the acquired year because I don't buy many books. I usually just read them from the library. And then release year, publisher. You know what? I really couldn't care less doing the publisher, so I did it for the first book, but not after that. And then the cover color, the country. Again, most of the books I read take place in either London, England, or USA. So some of them are in Canada, but U.S. state, non-Earth setting, price you paid. Again, I mean, you can delete these, but I just haven't deleted them. Date started. I start books like sometimes months before I finish them because I read so many at the same time. So I've decided not to do that after the first book. But the date finished, I did. And then, oops, I just clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry about that. I hope I'm not making you sick. Um, but the date finished, I did do, and then the days read, I'm just not going to calculate. So, okay. HRCYED stats is, it's an amazing thing. So, as you can see, I read 16 books, total pages 3,364. Now, when I read audiobooks, I don't count the pages in the pages column. I just count audio hours. Total hours 13. Average days, again, that's kind of not useful because I tend to read. Okay, anyways, I should explain that. Average rating 4.59. I rarely give below 4 star. Sometimes a 3 star, but mostly below 4 stars. Very rare for me. Because I love books. I know what I like. So average pages, I think that's per day, and average hours, total points. I have 177 points. Um, yeah, that's that. Okay, then we have a map, which is fun. Oops, I'm going too fast. And these are the areas that I've read from that I've calculated. I don't know where these are. I don't know maps, okay? I don't know maps. I In school I was horrible at maps. I do like the look of maps. I just don't know anything about geography. Which I mean, I was talking to my roommate who is from Ukraine. God, guys, pray for Ukraine. Everything is going on there with Russia. It's still going on. I know a lot of people don't hear about it anymore, but the war is still going on. There's still bombings. There's still things going on, and my roommate's family lives there, so it's hit home for me because I love my roommate so much. But I felt naive talking to her because I didn't know anything about the world, and it made me realize I know nothing about other countries and other continents, and I know nothing about it. So that stems back to when I was in school doing maps. I was horrible at them. I Yeah, I know the Canadian map somewhat. That's about it. So I'm yeah. Genres. Oh my goodness, okay. All right, why does it keep doing that? I'm not good at scrolling. I'm just okay. Paranormal 6.3, historical 6.3, nonfiction 12.5. What have I read that's nonfiction? Oh, I have read some nonfiction. Romantasy 6.3. The ebooks is 6.3%, which I'm very happy with so far. And I'll explain why the ebooks are so much, but I don't read ebooks very often. I'm starting to read it now. I'm very excited. Audiobook was 12.5 so far. Paperback is 25%. Up to publishing is, you can look at these stats. I'm sure you could see them. I've only read new to me books. Audience 12.5 for middle grade. Adult 87.5. Is there anything else that's important? I mean, it's all important, but these are all the authors. Okay, so let's go back. Let's just go to see what I've accomplished. So, you know what? I think there's actually 30 um 30 bingo boards because I think, yeah, I didn't go this way. There's 30 prompts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, there's 25. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying. Obviously, I don't know what I'm saying. We're just rolling with it. We're going everywhere, and you don't want to be in my brain. Seriously, my brain just okay. Let's quickly go through this. Quickly, can we do this quickly? It's already been 10 minutes. Okay. By the hundreds. So this is reading pages 100 to 200, 100 to 199, pages, a book that has 200 to 299. a book that is 300, 399, 400, 409, so on, up until 700. And then once you get to 700, it's over 700 pages. So I've done pretty good in this one. So for 100 pages, I read Mandy and the Secret Tunnel. This I'm not going to do any reviews of these, but this is a um, children's book, Christian fiction. It was written in the how come I can't get this right? Oh, somebody mentioned in my video a while ago. I think it was Val that recommended this to push F11 to get it to full screen. So let's try that. It was it Control F11 or Shift F11? I don't remember. Hang on. No. Uh-oh. What happened? I just added another sheet. No. 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 That's not what I want. That's not what I want. I want to hide that sheet. Okay. Well, that was fun. Let's try Control F11. No, I don't know. It didn't work. It didn't work. Okay. Anyways, we're just okay. So I've got a. Speaking of Mandy, it is a children's book. It was literally 103 pages. Was the first book. I have a bind up of the first 5 books, I think, and I read the first book. So that is done. Then I have The Mystery Mrs. Christie by Marie Benedict. I read this for the 200 to 299. I don't remember how many pages it was, but obviously it was less than 300. Um, yeah. Okay. I really enjoyed. I'm just going all over the place. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry this is so messed up. I may not even put this video out because it's crazy. But 300 I haven't done. For 400 to 499, I put Reese Boeing, The Proof of the Pudding, which is a Royal Spinous mystery. And then for 600, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 600 or more, or 600 to 699, I put A Court of Mist and Fury by Miss Sarah J. Maas. And that's that. So when you're done, you click this green box and it'll make your little square green, which I'm very excited about. 24-hour readathon. So this one is, you do this from the time you wake up until the time you fall asleep within a 24-hour period. So if you fall asleep after 12 hours, then the readathon's done. I still have to do this. I think I'm planning on doing it soon-ish. So, yeah. So in this, you have the book title, and you just try to read as much as you can before you fall asleep. So that still has to be done. Subgenres of choice. She has a bunch of her drop down has a bunch of different main genres. I picked mystery thriller, and then I have cozy, contemporary, historical, humor, thriller, and religious. And those are the subcategories that I picked. And you just complete a book for each of them. So that'll be quite easy because I read mysteries all the time. Series Staircase. For this one, you have to read a solo book, a duology, a trilogy in full, and a 4 or more book series. You have to read at least 4 books in that series, or it doesn't count for 4 more. So this one, it does have a list below for possibilities. So for solo, I had Mystery Mrs. Christie. I don't remember if I used that on another one. I know I just used it in the first prompt. I feel like I meant to use it in this one too. I mean, obviously I did. I have it written here, but I don't know if you can only use it for 2 different prompts, by the way. You can't use twice in the same prompt, the same challenge kind of thing, but you can use it in 2 different challenges. So we'll see if I used it for anything else. But then for the 4 more, I have the Hunger Games, which I still want to do a video on. The Seven Sisters, I still have, I believe, 4 more in that series to read. The Thursday Murder Club is another big possibility because there are 5 books. The 5th book is coming out this year or next year, something like that. So that's lots of different choices. For trilogy, I haven't decided yet. Duology, I'm actually working on a duology right now, which I just realized, but I used the first book in a different prompt, so I might change that because I have the second book now, so I kind of want to read it and then I'll be done the duology. But that is the Mystery of Black Hollow Lane by Julia Nobel, I believe is her name. I read The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane and loved it. And the second book, which I forget what it's called, but I just got it out from the library yesterday. My throat is croaky. I just got it from the library yesterday, and that would be good for duology. But I used Mystery of Black Hollow Lane for 2 different ones already, so we might change that. But, yeah. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to click off and start another clip because apparently I talk too much. I mean, is that a shocker? I mean, not really. Okay, so we might change the duology one. Right now I have Six of Crows listed as a possibility. I don't think I'm going to get to that anytime soon, so that's why I'm thinking of changing it. Then we have award season. I've chosen the Goodreads Choice Awards, and I'm doing multiple years. So you can choose an award and just do different. You have to do at least one of each of these categories: winner, finalist, semi-finalist, and entrant. And I think you have to do 7 altogether. Yes, 7 altogether, but you have to do at least one in each of these. So I'm doing the Goodreads Choice Awards. I don't follow a lot. I do watch a lot of videos about awards, book awards, but I don't tend to read books from awards. The other award thing I was thinking of doing is what's it called? My eyes are going crazy. I'm sorry. I have Tourette syndrome, in case you don't know, and my eyes are just going nuts right now. But I want to finish this video, so I apologize if it bothers you. If my tics like that bother you, please feel free to leave the video, but please do refrain from leaving a comment that I could take as rude or mean or bullying or anything like that. Just because this is Tourette syndrome, it is a brain neurological, I call it a brain disorder. The technical word is neurological disorder. I call it just a brain disease. And what it is just, it makes me do tics, which are little movements and noises. And one of them is kind of squinting my eyes like this, touching my nose like that. And I didn't do that on purpose, but I do have a lot of tics. So if it bothers you, go ahead and leave the video. That's fine. I don't mind. I'm not offended, but please don't leave comments that can be taken as rude or mean to those of us who have Tourette, because words do hurt. And I know people say words don't hurt, but they really do hurt. And I'm still going through some PTSD to do with words that were said to me when I was younger. And I'm 47, and I'm still going through I denied. I'm just going through a whole thing right now. Okay. I went through denial for many years of just not dealing with my feelings about certain things that were said and done to me because of my Tourette. So that's why I ask you not to leave a comment that can hurt someone. So just be mindful of what you say, because it really does matter. That was just a whole spiel. Okay. I'm not worried more about myself, but just other people who may see the comment who have Tourette or know someone who have Tourette. It's just, we're adults here. We can be adults. Okay. Anyways, that did not expect to talk about that. Okay. I mean, who wants to bring up PTSD? But anyways, so I'm doing the Goodreads Choice Awards. Back to spreadsheet. I'm doing the Goodreads Choice Awards, and I'm doing multiple years. I'm just picking the winners, a couple winners from different years, a couple finalists, a couple semifinalists. Entrants, I'm not sure what an entrant would be, because, I mean, probably I would use an entrant from the first round from a few years ago when they did 3 rounds. That's probably what I'll do. Because basically now they just do a kind of like a long list and a short list, and then they put the winner. But back in the day, they used to have another cut. They used to do it another cut in the beginning. So we'll see. Haven't done that yet. I think I'm probably going to start working on that in January. But who knows? I don't plan things. Obviously. Okay, so one I do have listed here that I want to do is The Wedding People. I forget who this is by, but I haven't read it. I did. Oh, I do have some listed here. Okay. So do I have a possibility thing? No, I don't. Okay. Here's a lit. I'm literally showing you with my hands. Oh my gosh. Here's a list of some competitions you can consider, some awards. Another winner's funny story. I don't know. Swan Song was Ellen Hildebrand. I might read that. The Frozen River by Ariel Lahong. Is that her name? I do want to read that. That's Not My Name. I forget which one that is. Oh, that's a thriller. And then a Fate Inked in Blood. I have tried reading that before. I want to give it a second chance. I didn't enjoy it the first time I started reading it, but the Wisteria's one I definitely want to read. So, and that would have been an entrant. Anyways, that's just a fun one. TBR Game Challenge. I have started working on this. If you saw my video recently, the sun is coming in. I'm so sorry about that. I realized my last video, the sun was hitting me in a way that made me look bald. It was kind of funny, but anyways. I'm doing the book Jenga, which is done by Books, Beverages, and Besties, Sherilyn and Tabitha. I remembered their names. Isn't that amazing? Okay, anyways. Here I think it was July's game, and I am reading all the ones that they picked for both of them. So they each take turns and they each get their own prompts. I'm doing all the prompts pulled that month. You have the full year of the readathon to finish them, but I'm almost done. I just have 2 more left to do, I think. No, I have more. Okay. Scratch that. I have 4. The sun is really. Yeah, I have 4 more to read. So we have the TV. Again, this is from, I just watched their video and they pulled prompts from TBR Jenga. You can do that, or you can actually play the game of theirs. I just watched one of their videos. And the first one they picked is TBR Card, which they just chose as a random pick. And I read Terribly Nasty Business by Julia Seals for that one. A sequel, a part of a series, I read Murder by Invitation Only, which is part of the Phillida Bright series by Colleen Cambridge, which is a cozy mystery. NetGalley Indie Self-Publish. In that video, I mentioned of doing a NetGalley one, and then I realized I was reading an indie book. I don't know why I spelled indie that way. That's not how you spell it. Anyways, I read The Tangled Web, which is a self-published book. Not an indie, it's a self-published book by Jane Calmez, and so I did complete that one. 4-word title, 4+ word title is Not They Who Soar by, which is a cozy mystery by Amanda Flower. Color generator yellow. I do have Deadly Little Scandals, which is the second. Oh, that's a duology too. Ooh, I can count that as my okay, now I'm thinking. This is book 2 of a duology that I have out from the library as well. The first book is called, I can't see it. I forget what it's called, but it is by Jennifer, The Inheritance Game, Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It is one of her duologies. I forget what the first one's called, but so that is a yellow cover, and that was a color generator. I did a random spin, and it came out as yellow. And Deadly Little Scandals, which is the second book, has a yellow cover. Then we had a Has a Color in the Title. That one I used Mystery of Black Hollow Lane. That was the second one I used for that. Yeah. Okay. And then we have Representation, which I haven't done yet. I'm planning on reading either a health one or a like a health related representation or a BIPOC for that one. Haven't decided which one yet. And new to TBR, which for this one I'm just gonna pick the newest book I got from the library. I think is what I'm gonna do. Or maybe I should read. I mean, see, this is the rule following Cheryl again. Hi, it's me. Um, I feel like I need to read the last one I bought, which I'm not even sure what the last one I bought was. I mean, I did thrift a I bought it from the library. I think it's over here actually. Hang on. My floor's a mess, but I think it fell off my shelf and landed. No, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. Hang on. I did thrift this book on Mystic Lake by Kristen Hanna. I think this is my newest one that I technically bought because I bought it for 25 cents. So I might read that. I think, is this a sequel to, I have a feeling this is a sequel to another book by her. Maybe not. Hang on. No, it's not. Okay. So this one was published in 1999, but I would like to read that one. So that might be what I'm going to just type that in on Mystic Lake. Hang on one second. On Mystic. Okay, so that's what I'm going to read for new to TBR. Unless by the time I do it, I get a new book that I buy. Okay, I want to click on that. I don't want to do that. Okay. Then we have The Last 10 Years. This is from 215, published when the book is published. I'm doing 215 to 225, which is actually like 11 years, but whatever. So in that one, I don't think I've accomplished any. Oh, I did do one. I don't know why some of my pictures have like slipped, and I don't understand why, because it does that every time. Oh, okay, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I want to undo it. No, that's not what I want. What the heck happened? I want to undo it. What did I do? Oh my goodness, I just changed everything. Okay, well, we're gonna have to work this out later. I don't know what I did. I obviously clicked on something wrong. Oh, I've got them listed here. Okay, Terribly Nasty Business, I read for... My eyes are... This sun is just... I can't see what I'm doing. Hang on. Plus, I have cataracts, so my eyes are pretty bad. Okay, so for 2025, I read A Terribly Nasty Business by Julia Seals. What else did I read? Whoops. See, how come that happens? What the heck? What did I do? Okay. So, A Court of Wings and Ruin. Nope, I just clicked it again wrong. I tell you, I don't know what I'm doing these days. If you're still watching, thank you. You're a real one. I don't even know if I would actually watch right now because I'm just... Court of Wings and Ruin. That goes here. Okay. Alright, so I finished 2 of them. Did I finish any more? No, I just finished 2 of them. Oh, and A Court of Wings and Ruin was, I'm working on, if you haven't guessed, I'm working on multiple challenges at a time. Some people binge through each challenge. I'm not doing that right now, but that's for 2017. Okay, moving on. Adaptions. And what time is it? Okay, we've got like 10 more minutes before I have to stop recording this one clip. But so this one you can either read or do the adaptation, watch the adaptation, whatever, or you can read or watch the original source material. So you've got modern retelling, musical, graphic novel, comic, play, TV show, web series, animation, and movie. Have not finished any of them. I did start the web series of Elizabeth Bennet. Not Elizabeth Bennet. What's it? You know, the web series about Elizabeth? I can't remember what it's called, but I started watching that, so that will get done. I'm not sure what I'm doing for any of these yet. Movie would be quite easy. TV show would be quite easy. Play, I have listened to the audiobook of many of the plays that I want to listen to, but I do have access to some stage plays of Shakespeare that I might watch. Also, same with musical. I've watched all the musicals that I want to watch, so I might read the source material for that. One of the musicals I do want to read. What's it called? Why am I looking over that? I do want to read Les Mis someday. That's a big goal of mine, and Phantom of the Opera. So that's a possibility, but I haven't finished those yet. Disability challenge. Um, I You have to do 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 5 you have to do, and you have to do a book for each disability that you choose. I picked Tourette syndrome, of course, because I do have Tourette. Cerebral palsy is a possibility because I do want to read 5 feet apart. Is that the one with cerebral palsy? I can't remember. Blindness. I do have. Okay, wait a second. I do have possibilities down here. Okay, so my possibilities so far. Onyx Storm, I still have to read, and it has a name, and I'm so sorry, I can't remember the name of the disease, but the main character has what we used to just call brittle bone syndrome. It has a name, I know that. I have to look it up. I apologize to anyone if I offended you. I don't remember what it's called. Wonder is a middle grade about a person with a facial disfigurement, a kid with a facial disfigurement. I kind of want to read that. Out of My Mind has it's Out of My Mind I wanted to read that has cerebral palsy. All the Light We Cannot See has blindness, and Insignificant Events in the Life of a Cactus. I've been recommended so many times to read about Tourette syndrome, a kid with Tourette syndrome, so I haven't read any of them yet. We're doing great. Heritage Month. You get bonus points for reading them in that month. Yeah, I didn't. So, I mean, I still could, but I haven't done that yet. So, for Indigenous Heritage, I read Mandy in the Secret Tunnel. They have Black History, Hispanic Heritage, Disability, Pride. I will use one of the ones I use for disability on that. Black History, Women's History. I did do Women's History. Did I not? Yes, I did. Again, it slid off, and I don't know why. So for Women's History, I use The Mystery of Mrs. Christie. The Mystery of Mrs. Christie, because it is about Agatha Christie, and it's also written by a woman. So I feel like that fits. Arab Heritage, I'm going to have problems with that one just because I don't know of any books that I want to read right now that has Arab Heritage, but that's why this challenge is great. It gets you to work out of your comfort zone, so I do want to read that. Jewish Heritage, I feel like there's a lot of World War II historical fiction books I want to read that would have, I mean, I'm sure there's one that has a main character that's Jewish. AAPI Heritage. I have Vera Wong's Guide to Dating. This features an Asian lady. LGBTQ plus Pride. Haven't read any of that yet. So yeah, doing good on that one. Translation challenge. This one is going to be difficult for me. I don't read a lot of translated books. I do have one because of the TBR game. The TBR readathon, which I will tell you about in a minute. One of the prompts is to read a translated book, and I am reading Beartown. So that can fit. And you want to do a different language for each book. So, like, I can't put 3 down for the Beartown series. Like, yeah. Um, so I do have some possibilities. Beartown is from Sweden. The Count of Monte Cristo is from France, I believe, French. Inkheart is from Italian, and Anna Karenina is Russian. Those are just a few of the translated books I'm interested in. I'm not sure what I'm going to read for that. I'm, again, more of a mood reader, so I like making TBRs, I just don't stand by them. Around the world, we have all of these places. We have America. No, okay, I gotta read exactly what it says. North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and the bonus points for Antarctica. I've done one, and that's Reese Bowen's, you know, Proof of the Pudding. And that takes place in England, and I think a little bit in Ireland, but in Europe. So, okay. The Even Bigger Rainbow. These are all covers, the colors of covers. I obviously haven't done much, if any, of these. Oh, I did do one, the Black Hollow Lane, the Mystery Black Hollow Lane. I put in black. But apart from that, I haven't done. This one's not too hard. Oh, I did do one other one. For Silver and Gold, I put Murder by Invitation Only by Colleen Cambridge. I would consider this gold, and there's a bit of silver in it. So, moving right along. This one, make a quote. So you have to make a bookish or movie quote, any quote you like, and then read a book that for each of the words in the quote. And then if you don't have that, you have to read a book that starts. If you can't find a book that has all in it, you have to read a book that starts with an A, read a book that starts with an L, and read a book that starts with an L. You cannot use like recall, like that word recall. You can't use that for all. You have to use it for what it is meant to be. So I put All It Takes Is Love. I'm not stuck on that quote. I have made quite a few quotes. I can't decide on the perfect one. So this one is probably going to change. I haven't worked on that one, obviously. Okay, spooky creatures. Again, one I haven't used much. So we have Vampire, Shifter, Magic User. I used Witch and Tale by Angela M. Sanders. Love that cover. This is a witchy cozy mystery. I think that's all I've done on it. And then you have Faefolk, which I will be using the avatar for. Spirit, Merfolk, Zombie, Another Creature. Become the avatar. So this one you can do 2 different ways. You can do it as the picture on the cover has water, earth, fire, air, or in the title, water, earth, fire, air. Haven't done that yet. Readathon challenge. This is what I was talking about. You could pick a readathon I'm doing for this month, which is in September, is the Everbloom Year 1 First Semester by Meg Reeds, the channel Meg Reeds. She is actually doing Year 2 Semester 1. It is a school-based, like a magical school-based readathon. I started to take part in the Year 1 last year, and I did not complete it, so I'm starting back at Year 1. So technically she's doing Year 2 first semester, I'm doing Year 1. So for that, and I do have a video, I will link, just go back in my channel and you'll see it. It is, I'll try and link it up here on the corner, but it is a video where I talk about the prompts for this. So her school is based on this whole readathon is based on a magical school that kind of is between two of her favorite series, which is Morgan Crow, the not Wondersmith. Oh, what's it called? Nevermore, and the what? There was another series she uses to describe it. I I'm so tired. You won't believe how tired I am. Anyways, so the first is Arcane Ethics, and for that class, you have to read a book that teaches you a lesson or good versus evil. As you can see, it is already September 19th. I have not completed many at all. Then we have Geography of Everbloom Academy book with a map or travel words. For this one, I have a few that I can pick from. Also, this one I have a few. I am in the middle of quite a few books, so I could be finishing them very soon. Next, we have History and Magic, book featuring magic. Again, I have quite a few for that. Ancient Languages, a translated book or book with 5 words or more. I do have a couple with 5 words or more, and I do, as I said, have Beartown. Oh, that's my alarm. Hang on. And, sorry about that. And so I have that, Beartown for that. A book with plants featured for Magibotany. I'm, struggling with that prompt, honestly. Read a book featuring music. I have one picked for that one. And then I have completed one other one. Oh, and a book with Thief or Spy mystery thriller. Again, I read a lot of mysteries and thrillers, so that won't be hard. I did finish the bonus group book, which is The Mystery of Black Hole Lane. So there's that. Okay. Hi. Okay, so it's been about half an hour, about 40 minutes since my last clip. When my alarm went off on my phone, it was actually to let me know I should call my brother, because I call my brother every morning at 9. So I did that. It is now 9:38 a.m., in case you're wondering. Where did I leave off? The bonus group book. Okay, we're talking about the Readathon Challenge. I don't remember what I said, but I did finish The Mystery at Black Hole Lane. The next one is the animals. I have done house pet, and I've done exotic pet too. Yeah, again, I don't know why it did that. Oops, hang on. So, we'll put that in, make it a bit smaller. Okay, so for house pet, I read, so each of these you have to have an animal from each of these categories that play an important part in the book. So we have Cat Got Your Killer for Cat by Sophie Ryan. That is a house pet. For exotic pet, I have Not They Who Soar by Amanda Flower. I didn't realize, but this book heavily features, I think it's a parrot. So that was fun. When I read that, like, oh, I gotta use that. So that's for an exotic pet. And then they have farm animals, wild animals, and zoo animals. So I haven't done those. Okay. Next, we have the queer alphabet. Gotta admit, I don't read a lot of these very often. I am a Christian. That doesn't mean I hate this community and people who are part of it. It just means I don't typically read these books. Um, you know, I don't technically have anything against the people who are part of this. The LGBTQIA plus community, I have no problem with them. It's just, I don't like reading about same-sex relationships, or any kind of relationship that isn't hetero. I think also it's because I am hetero, so I just don't enjoy reading about something that doesn't represent me. If I was gay, maybe I'd enjoy reading gay romances more. I don't know. But anyways, I don't read these a lot. And the one that scares me the most is polyamory. That is one thing I don't agree with. Again, I don't hate you if you're involved in polyamory. If it's all consensual, you do you, boo. But I personally have a problem with polyamory. So that one I'm kind of worried about. The other ones, give me some recommendations. Can you okay, here's my question. Question of the day. Do you have a romance or a book with a character in a main character with these LGBTQIA plus categories? I don't like using the word category, but you know what I mean. That is does not have that is uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Graphic sex. Like if it's not explicit. Do you know of any that is just a sweet story? I did read last year and the year before I read Heartstopper, read all five of those. There's a new one coming out, but now in the newest Heartstopper, they do have sex. And it wasn't too graphic, but I just don't enjoy reading that person. I don't enjoy reading heterosex scenes either, but I can handle it a bit better. But if you know of any of these, we've got gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, transgender, intersex, asexual, polyamory, non-binary, agender, and gender fluid two-spirit. If you know of any that you think I could enjoy that does not have spice in them, spice, that's the word I was looking for, that does not have spice in it, or not much spice at all, let me know in the comments below, because I am willing to read it. It's not that I'm, like, never gonna read these. It's not a subgenre I particularly enjoy, basically because of the spice. I mean, everybody has their own bullish opinions. Everybody has their opinions about life and about who they are and what they do with their life. I have nothing against that, honestly. I just prefer not to read about it, to be honest. So, but let me know if you do know a book that you think I might enjoy. I will for sure give it a try. I have nothing against trying things. I don't know if I'm actually gonna finish them, but yeah, let me know if you see any, because like I said, I am willing to read them. I just haven't found any that I actually enjoy, except for Heartstopper until they had sex in the fifth book. I think my main problem with that is it is YA, so it kind of bothered me that the 16-year-old was having sex. I know 16-year-olds have sex, I know that, but it kind of bothered me. We're not going to go on a whole review of that, but yeah, let me know again if you know of any sweet. I don't like saying sweet or clean, but no spice or little spice. Don't mind a little bit of spice, but okay. Favorite HRCYED 1 prompt. So this one is to pick a prompt from HRCYED 1's bingo board and use it. I did finish this one. This is the one I completed. And I chose read 3 books with characters with names of people you know, which can include your name. I used Murder on the Marlow Vale. So this book was an arc, and it was by Robert Thorogood. This is book 5, I believe, of the Marlowe Murder Club series. And in this one, there is a woman named Judith, which was my mom's name, so we've got that. Cat Got Your Killer. I forget who the main character is in this one. I think it's Sarah. I wonder if I listed it below what the name was. No. I don't remember, but it had to have been a character I know, so okay. It might be Sarah. Somehow I think that's not the right name. Hang on, I'll look it up real quick. Okay, so it is Sarah, so that fits. I do know it's Sarah in real life. And then we have. Oh, I wrote it right here. Oh my gosh, you guys are probably yelling at me. It says right there. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the main character when it says right there. Can you tell that I'm tired? And I want to get this video out, and I'm just, you know. Okay, so this one is Vera Wong. No. I'm getting frustrated. Vera Wong's Guide to Dating. No. Okay, this is wrong. It says Guide to Dating a Dead Man. That's not right. It's Snooping on a Dead Man. Why does that have the wrong title? I just realized that. That is not the title of the book. It's Vera Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man. Here it has dating. That is weird. Is that the next book in the series, maybe? I don't know. Maybe they just changed the title. That is not the name of the book. Anyways, the main character is Vera, and my grandma's name was Vera. That is weird. I never noticed that before. That is not the title of the book. Okay. Anyways, BIPOC challenge. Hmm. I haven't done any of these. So again, you can use the same representation like African American or Nigerian or whatever twice, but you need to use a different author for each one. I have not done any of them, so that's not good. I do have 2 Part Sugar, 1 Part Murder by, I forget who wrote it. They are African American, I believe. It's the only one I have listed. So also, if you have any BIPOC authors you want me to try out, I do watch a few YouTube channels that read mostly Black authors. So I would like to read some of those. Particularly, I'll just give a shout out to Shaughnessy. I'll link her channel below. She reads primarily Black romances and often romances that are either low rated or not as popular on YouTube. So I might look at her channel and see if I can find a couple romances I could read that have Black characters, because I do feel like I'm in the warm. I feel like I'm in a romance mood, so I might check her channel out. And I watch a few others that read particularly Black authors. I also want to read some Indigenous authors, and yeah, I don't know what else I want to read. Again, if you know of any, let me know. If you think I'd enjoy it, you guys watch my channel all the time, so you know what I enjoy. The main thing is I don't like horror, and I don't like gruesome murder scenes, and I don't like spice. I can handle a little bit of spice, like one small scene where it's a couple pages long. Other than that, I don't like a lot of spice. But then I say that as I'm reading ACOTAR. Okay, anyways, moving on. We're not going to talk about that. I have my vices, okay? I had FOMO for ACOTAR, okay? Anyways, new releases. So this is one in the first in Her Kid 1. You had 30 days to read the book from when it's released. In this one, it is 60 days, which I very much appreciate. So, you have to read a book that is released that year that you're in and released in that month. Let's see what I have done. I think I've done July and October. Oops, we gotta go down. Okay, so I've done November. I believe this is November. Okay, let's just go over here and see what I've done. Okay, I've done 2 of them. I've actually finished another one that I haven't put on here, but I think I used it for 2 other prompts. Yeah, it was, I think it was July. Jane Collins' book came out. Was that July or August? Anyways, I'll have to fix that. But in October, I read an arc for one that's coming out in October, and that is 2 Truths and a Murder by Colin Cambridge. Thank you to NetGalley and the publishers for sending me that e-arc. I really enjoyed it. Love this series. It's a Fill It a Bright mystery series, and it comes out in October. And then we have Murder at Donwell Abbey by Vanessa Kelly. This comes out in November. This is the second book in the Emma Knightley mystery series, which is a cozy mystery where the amateur sleuth is Emma Knightley from the book Emma by Jane Austen. So that's fun. And I have a feeling I'll read an arc for December soon, so that's good. Yeah. So I have to read for July. If the book I'm thinking about, I mean, I have until July 6th next year to finish for July. Um, but I mean, I could read it. It's 2 months. Oh my gosh. I'm getting frustrated. Anyways, this is too much for my brain right now. We'll figure it out. But I think I did read Jane Calvis's book that came out in July or August. I think it was August, actually. Alright, then we have Challenge Yourself. And for this one, I want to read 10 e-arcs. So I just started using NetGalley again. I've got like 200 ebooks or e-arcs from NetGalley. So I want to read 10 of them. And I've so far read 4. So I got Murder at Marlowe Bell, Two Truths and a Murder, Murder at Donald Abbey, and Witch and Tale by Angela M. Sanders. So that's going well. That's going very well. And for this one, you just had to pick a challenge that you wanted to do on your own. And I chose 10 years because reading ebooks is something I don't prioritize. So I wanted to prioritize it this from now on. Then nonfiction challenge. I have picked these ones: celebrity memoir, true crime memoir, historical biography, instructional or inspirational, and Christian nonfiction. For the I don't have the cover here, but I read Happy Writer by Marissa Meyer for the instructional inspirational. This is a book written for writers on being a happy writer, because that's what it's called. And I really enjoyed it. I do want to buy a copy of it someday, but not now because I don't have the money. So my possibilities for these are I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy for celebrity memoir, Know My Name by Chanel Miller by true crime memoir, Queen Victoria by Lucy Worsley, a historical biography. This one I put the David Goggins book. It's self-help. It's called It Can't Hurt Me, something like that. It's a book that my friend slash landlord slash roommate slash Rosie's dad, um, he bought this book, and he only reads once in a while. Like he reads maybe one book a year kind of thing. And this is one of the books. This is the book that he's really enjoying. So I bought the ebook of it so I could read it too. So that is a kind of a self-help book, but also just a inspirational book. Then we have this one. I put Elizabeth Smart book for true crime memoir. That is again either going to be Know My Name by Chanel Miller, which I have started before. I just find it so hard to read. I do want to finish it, but it's a very emotional book. This one I put Elizabeth Smart book because I couldn't remember the title, but it's Elizabeth Smart was a girl who got kidnapped back in early 2000s, late 1990s, somewhere around there. She was kidnapped and was missing and held by hostage for, I think it was 2 weeks or something like that, until she was found. And she wrote a book about her experience with the kidnapper. And then also she wrote another book where she talked as moving on from that kidnapping as an adult, how to go on with your life. I think that's the book I want to read the most. But yes, so there's that option as well. Celebrity memoir also, I do want to read the Matthew Perry book. I can't remember what it's called, but the Matthew Perry book I want to read as well. Haven't read any of them yet. It's September. It's fine. And then the last category is Q's, reviews, and recs. So Q is Stephanie from Cordy. She also goes by Q. And she has a reading channel, of course, a booktube channel, and she reads mostly indie and self-published books, I would say. So she does some mini reviews, and this one is just to read a book that she mini reviewed, one that she did a full reading vlog on, one that she did a YouTube short or TikTok or Instagram reel, and I think that's it. And then they have these, which I think is fun. It's like you even better than what Q said, worse than what Q said, fully agree with Q, which I think is kind of cute. So that's the last one. I don't have any books picked for that. She doesn't read a lot of the same books I read, but again, I'm not against reading out of my comfort zone. I just don't always enjoy it, and I want to enjoy my reading experience, you know what I mean? But she does have all the playlists of everything, so I'm gonna have to go through that and decide on some. She is also an author, so I might go on Kindle Unlimited and read one of her books, because obviously she would recommend one of her books. So, yeah, that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be right back with the outro. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry that it was all over the place. My brain is like squirrel, and I just changed subjects. It's fun living in my brain. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Go to Stephanie's channel, check out her videos on HRCYED. She's done such a great job with this reading challenge, and it's amazing. And it's not too late to start if you want to start it now and go through until the day before you started next year. That didn't make sense. You know what I mean? And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I also want to quickly plug my other two channels. I have an author 2 channel, which is Cheryl Writes Books. And I also have another channel, a crafty channel, where I talk about my knitting and crochet. And that is called Cheryl Knits and Crochets. I have changed my name so many times. I don't remember what the channel name is, but they're linked below. I believe it's called Cheryl Knits and Crochets. Check those out if you are interested in any of those. And if you want to see more of me, honestly, I don't know why you'd want to see more of me, but, whatever. You like what you like, I guess. I have, like, a lot of comfort YouTubers that I don't read anything that they read, but I watch every single one of their videos because I just love them as a person, as their personality. So maybe I'm that way for you. Maybe. Who knows? Let me know in the comments what you're reading, if you're taking part of HRCYED, what you're reading, currently reading, what you have read, anything you want to talk about that's bookish. That'll be great. I'd love to talk to you. So have a great day. God bless you and all you do. Bye, guys.